Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. Listen, 65 Chevelles are already great looking cars. This one here, all the way to a complete another level. And what I love so much about these kinds of things is they allow you to have the cool old school body, but the great modern updates in it. So we're talking about fuel injection and overdrive transmissions and push button automatics and air ride, all those kinds of things. So let's take a minute and look around, and I just think that it's spectacular. So listen, here's the cool thing about this car. It has two-tone paint, which is kind of nice. If you love the color, great, we'll leave it alone. If you don't love the color, okay, we can actually change the color to match the top or the bottom because it's already half painted, so it's very little to make that adjustment. But come on up, I want to show you what the black paint looks like to begin with. And this is what you should be able to see on all of the cars that you're looking at online. Can you see how clear all of those letters are, how the writing is, okay? That's what you want to see. This is going to be hard to see in the red paint, but look how clear that is in the red paint. So somebody spent the time to not only wet sand and buff the top, but they wet sand and buff the bottom of the car, all right? And it just looks wonderful. So look how the wheels and tires are fit for the car. They're tucked inside the wheel wells all the way out to the end, and the body is laser straight. Look how long that quarter panel is, and somebody has spent a lot of time putting the effort in to make sure that it looked good going down the road. Check out these right here, the intro alloys. All right, so these are custom-made alloys on here, intros, all right? They're 18s all the way around, and the reason why it has to have 18s on it is because it has these huge brakes inside. Cross-drilled and slotted rotors with red painted calipers, all right? As we walk around this car, you're gonna see some detail stuff. For instance, the body alone on this car could be somewhere in the $10,000 to $15,000 range to paint and do because the underneath is all painted as well, and it looks fabulous. All right, so in the rear here, we have 20-inch intros with rear disc brakes as well. And then if we can get some peek underneath the car, you're gonna see the rear end is held in place with multiple pieces. This car is designed to have power, it's designed to drive really nicely, and it's designed to really change the way you think about old cars because these old style bodies are great looking. And you know, a lot of times today you see a car going down the road, you don't know whether it's a Honda, a Toyota, a Hyundai or whatever. Here, this car rides down the road and the only thing you can do is smile and look at it. Even if you don't love cars, you're gonna give a thumbs up and go, man, that's a cool car. Okay, so this is really another place that a lot of money and time has been spent. So for instance, right, look at the size of this radiator. It's got dual electric fans, and this is what's called a radiator module. And the reason it's called a module is because the fans are actually fitted inside the radiator, and it's designed so that you can drive this car if you want to take it to the beach and sit in bumper-to-bumper traffic. If you want to go for, you know, a 200, 300, 500-mile cruise, this car is designed to drive, and that's why I love this thing so much because you get that old school look. So we have the fuel injection dress-up package here with the braided lines. We have an electric water pump, okay? Power steering, we have air conditioning, we have power four-wheel disc brakes, okay? It goes on and on. The engine compartment's all painted. The firewall right here is all smooth. And look over here how the air conditioning system is run inside the fender so not all the hoses are hanging off the side of the engine, and they made it nice and clean in here. So they ran it inside the fender and inside there. So there you have your heating, air conditioning, and it's all modern style stuff. So it's really cold or really hot, and it's not designed to be as an old type car, okay? So the reason why this is dressed up the way it is because you might want to go to a car show. And if you go to a car show, you want to be able to open up the hood and see, you want to show off what you have there because even if you don't, you're going to go to someplace and someone's going to stop you and they go, man, that car is so cool. Do you mind if I look at it for a second? I think that's a great compliment. I don't feel I'm being bothered by anybody. I enjoy talking to anybody who wants to talk about a car, so that's where I come from. But anyway, there's two engine compartment looks, by the way. We're going to show you the second engine compartment look in a second, and that comes with the car, okay? Okay, so this is kind of cool because we have a couple of different looks for the car, all right? So this is an additional engine cover, okay, that matches the scheme of the car. And it bolts on. We have some brackets that go with it, and you can take it on and take it off. It's actually pretty easy to do, okay? But then this here, because it's kind of a pro touring car, some people like the wipers on, some don't, all right? So we can put those on for you, or we can leave them in the trunk. We upgraded the valve covers. This is what originally it came out of, okay? And then we labeled a couple things for you, and you can take that stuff off once you get the car just so you can see it. But part of the detail I wanted to show you was how much in this area here, like the battery's been moved to the trunk, okay? all right? And then everything is carpeted, and then it's binding around here, so it's not just a piece of carpet. That's all custom trunk. The trunk alone can be somewhere in the $200 to $2,500 range to get to this level. It's painted inside here as well. Obviously new gaskets, seals, those kinds of things. New stainless and trim. And when you close the trunk, it fits beautifully. It looks nice. And it's just a great piece when you're going down the road because it's got a great tail section, especially with the nice square tips on it. It looks really good. All right, so this is kind of cool. The handles are gone. You got door poppers here. All right, it's got a nice, the interior of this car is just absolutely beautiful. Suede inserts, leather, armrest, carbon fiber, console, custom built, carbon fiber look dash, okay? Then you have the upgraded carbon fiber gauges called Ultralite series from Autometer. Right here's the air ride control unit. It's got the sound system all built in. It's got Ipod, CD, satellite. Subwoofer, nice. All built in the doors too. Look how they drilled the leather out for the speakers there in the door. Tweeters built into the door. This is just beautifully done. So it has this right here. Now this is kind of a cool piece. Come check this out. So this is the push button shifter, okay? You have to put your foot on the brake, just like a normal new car. You hit that, and you can put it in any gear you want once the car is running. So you can shift it if you want to. It has plus and minuses there, so you can make it racy. And I know that some people even make paddle shifters for these things. So it says a billet steering column. It's got tilt wheel here, okay? Obviously the 3-spoke steering wheel. It's leather wrapped to match the interior of the car. This car has power windows, the door poppers we talked about, air conditioning, heating, all of this stuff here, and we talked about the air ride, the upgraded sound system. So it's a modern style car that you can take a lot of people for a drive in, and you can throw the kids in the back, take another couple, put the top up and the windows up in the hot summer if you want to, flip on the cold AC, or in the winter time. I want you to drive this car in the winter time. I want you to use it because you know what? It has great heat, it has drivability, you raise it up just a little bit, and there's also a way to make it so that with a remote, you can lower the car when you come to a stop or raise it to the preset level that you want. It doesn't have to be all the way up, but with the remote you can do that, and it makes it just a really cool car. So anyway, we're filming this video here at the auto show, and there's lots of people at our display. We'll probably see 100,000 people during this time, and everybody's everywhere, and everybody loves coming here. So I don't really care that people are in the video. I'm kind of excited about it, actually. All right, so how about I start it up for you so you can hear what it sounds like. Another part of the luxury of this car, man, is check this out. Power seats. Okay? We talked about the door poppers. Check this out. Power windows. It's just such a great car. This is awesome. Here's another cool feature about the car. Door poppers. That's cool. And you can pop this button here. That opens the other door there. And on top of it, look how much room is in here. Look at all of that. This is all suede, leather, custom boot made for the custom black convertible top. All right, just a nice, cool car. All right, come on up here. I want to talk a little bit about the convertible top for a second. You say, well, Tone, what's the big deal? It's a convertible, convertible's a convertible. Yeah, you're right, they're convertibles, but when you spend extra money on all the things that we looked at here today, you're also talking about adding triple the cost to a cloth top, having a custom boot made, making sure that the power top still works. Keep in mind, a Chevelle convertible, a fully restored Chevelle convertible, is probably the same price as this car is right now. Throw in the $30,000 or $40,000 worth of upgrades on here, and that's why this is a spectacular, spectacular bargain. Totally transformed the car. It looks great with the top up, and then looks even better with the top down. All right, so this car has a couple different riding positions. You can have that cool kind of rake look if you want, and there's multiple levels in between, but if you want to, when you come to a stop and you want to maybe leave it out front of someplace, you can go ahead and just lower it on down and finish it up this way. How cool is that, huh? That's a bad, bad look. All right, part of the detail of a car is done underneath as well, and that's a part you don't ever see. I wanted to show real quick, all the components are painted. Just beautifully, beautifully done. Hey, as we close up the video on this car, listen, I like to know everything about the car that I can, but sometimes there's so many things on a car that I need to read from here, so I apologize for that up front. But think about this for a minute. You're talking about a Corvette drivetrain with Overdrive automatic, meaning you can cruise on the highway all day long. Air conditioning, heat, leather interior, power windows, electric door openers, power convertible top. And as the list goes on, just especially with the upgraded sound system, the air ride suspension, wheels and tires alone are probably in the $5,000 range. So when you're looking for like one of the greatest cars ever, this right here may be the one that fits in your life. Somewhere around $100,000 to build this car. It comes with a folder this thick of receipts. And the truth of the matter is you can't go wrong. It is one cool piece. So if you can find a way to get an awesome car in your life, call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about the 65 Chevelle Super Sport Pro Touring Convertible.